Hey everybody, this is Sheriff Tim Carter, Shenandoah County Sheriff, and today I've got a special guest with me. I got my friend Tom Eshelman. Tom is the director of, or the general manager of the Shenandoah County Fair, and I know Tom, you guys are probably pretty busy right now getting the fair geared up here in the next couple of days. I really appreciate you spending a couple minutes with us on the podcast today.
Not a problem. We thank you.
So Tom. I know last year, I think the fair was a little bit scaled, well, probably a lot scaled back, but it was scaled back somewhat last year. Anything new that you want to talk about this year with regard to the Shenandoah County Fair?
Well, last year we were scaled back. We allowed just the 4-H activities to happen, the agricultural activities and harness racing. That pretty much kept us just barely under the 1,000-person threshold, and so that's why there were no other fair activities. And obviously, social distancing was a difficult thing to try to adhere to. So that's why it was scaled back. This year, we're back full-fledged. We're excited. What's new and different is this opening weekend is just motorsports activities. There's no fair activities per se. So Friday night is our pickup truck drag races. And what's new about that is we're the finale for a 5-county points championship.
Wow.
They dragged pickup trucks in Orange County, Augusta County. Rockingham, unfortunately, got rained out. And then they're going to be dragging this week in Page County. And then they come over here Friday night and they try to, the points champion, will become the grand champion, the person with the most points that, was dragging in those other places. And we're giving away $3,000 in prize money for the first 6 places. So it's pretty exciting stuff to have that happen.
That is neat, yeah.
And then Saturday, we're flat track motorcycle racing. We did that 2 years ago.
Right.
And it was a huge success. The bikes get over 100 miles per hour on this little half-mile track. It's pretty exciting, pretty noisy, and pretty fast-paced. But we're real excited to have those back. We had been hoping to get on a circuit with them so that they'll come every year. So this is our second year having those.
Right.
And then on Sunday, we're back to the old county antique tractor pull where the just in-county folks can bring out their old tractors and come out and pull during the day, and that's free to the public to come. This was our kind of give back. There's no admission to come and watch it. It's going to happen at noon on Sunday, and then that evening we will switch over to our modified tractor pull, and that will have an admission charge to see that. And that's basically just Interstate Tractor Pulling Association. They come in and they'll do their thing. So that's the opening weekend. There's really no other fair activities, just motorsports.
Right.
And then on Monday, we kick off full-fledged with the fair.
Right. Well, I tell you, I missed being out there last year, and I'm sure I'm hopeful there'll be a big crowd out there this year for you, Tom, and I'm sure there will be a lot of people wanting to return to the fair. Are there any special procedures or anything anybody needs to know about this year? I know we've gone on this COVID, all these restrictions and whatnot over the last year. Anything that public needs to be aware of or anything like that?
Well, we will have public health alert signs at all the entrances and to our gates, and then as well as the entrances to our enclosed buildings. I mean, we're making suggestions. Obviously, we're trying to follow the governor's guidelines. We're stating the wearing of a face mask should happen if you're not vaccinated. Obviously you're outdoors. If you can socially distance, it's one thing, but we are suggesting that. We do suggest, when you enter an exhibit building that you wear a face mask if you haven't been vaccinated.
Right.
This is just common courtesy.
Right.
We're stating, try to adhere to a 6-foot social distance whenever possible. It's not mandated, and it's not mandated by the governor. So we're just telling folks to use common sense. And then we're stating sanitize hands regularly. A lot of our food vendors will have hand sanitizers at their checkout windows. And we're going to have about 36 stations placed all over the fairgrounds. We've increased our hand washing stations at our barns and other facilities. So, folks just need to practice the common sense, that's been out there. We're not mandating anything, and we just suggest common sense from everybody. So that's pretty much what they need to expect.
Well, it sounds like you guys put a lot of thought into that, a lot of groundwork before the crowds get there, and I know I'm appreciative of it. And I'm sure everyone's appreciative of all the work that you guys have done with regard to that. Now, as far as there's some other activities coming up, I mean, I'm seeing the Marshall Tucker Band. I mean, that's like Tim Carter era, when those guys were out and about. When I
Now,
was
come
younger.
on. They play musical instruments, Tim. Come on now.
Well, I mean, no, I'm a big fan, man. I'm a big fan, and I see Five of a Kind. Those are local guys there. So you got some other stuff coming up during the week, man. You want to talk about any of those
Yeah, we
shows?
do. I mean, we try with your gate admission when you come in. You don't necessarily have to go to the grandstand event in order to have fun. We've got our LD&B, what we call free music tent, and it's set up down at the bottom of the hill here, down by the Midway. And on the Monday and Tuesday, we have a church comes in and they conduct family activities and kids activities and stuff, kind of celebrating Kids Day on Tuesday.
Right.
But then we switch that over, and on Wednesday night we have music, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. And as you mentioned, we've got Five of a Kind on the Friday night, which is a lot of people like coming out. And we actually made that show later. They've been doing a really good job of drawing.
Right.
We're really fortunate to have Five of a Kind. I mean, I think this is like their 7th or 8th year coming here, so we're real excited about having them. We're going to have karaoke there one night on Wednesday. We're having a classic rock band called Seven Bends on Thursday. As we said, Five of a Kind on Friday, and then we're going to end it with some classic rock by a band out of Front Royal called Shotgun Shiver.
Right.
And so yeah, that's kind of going on. We've got a agricultural magic show going on. It's called Agra Cadabra, and it's a very family friendly interaction type activity. They'll come in and they'll put on like a little magic show, and the folks can gather around. The kids participate, and they get up on the stage and they do things, and it's kind of cool. And then we'll have Rowdy Rooster. We've never had a roaming thing going on around the fairgrounds, which is kind of cool. And this is just a rooster car driving around, and it'll interact with folks. And so those are new. And then some of the old traditions are still back. We're going to do the wooden nickel lunch, where we just encourage all the locals to come in between 11:30 and 1:30, 11 o'clock and 1:30, and you pay $5 to get in, and you get a wooden nickel. Come in and have lunch with our food vendors.
Right.
Catch some harness racing that goes off at noon on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. And if you leave by 1:30, give them your wooden nickel back. You get your $5 back. So you didn't have to pay anything, and you get to support our local food vendors. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And Wednesday night, I think we've become about the East Coast largest pig scramble, and we'll have about 70 or 75 pigs.
Right.
And this event has grown so big and so many people come that we actually put it in front of our grandstand now. It just outgrew our show barn.
Wow.
And so the kids will get in there and vie for the pigs. And then, as you mentioned, we're really fortunate. We've got Marshall Tucker Southern Rock on Thursday night. Jody Messina, whose tickets are selling just out the gate really good,
right.
On Friday night. And then on Saturday night, we close out the fair with probably the nation's #1 Christian contemporary band, Mercy Me. So we're really excited, and their tickets are selling well. And we encourage everybody to go to shencofair.com. Don't go anywhere else. There's third-party people out there scamming the tickets, and you don't want to do that. You want to buy them through our website.
Right.
And that's got all the information too, Tim.
Right. Well, I tell you, I am looking forward to some fair food, Tom. It's been a year, man, since I've been there to have some fair food, and I encourage people to come out. And you're right. I think it's helpful to go by the different vendors and the different organizations that are out there, and it's always some good food at the fair. You're going to have like a special day on Thursday, I think, a veterans celebration or recognition on Thursday.
Yeah, it's like one of the largest ones, quite frankly, in a several state area. I've compared to other, even state fairs. They put on a first-class show. We'll have about 800 people here for veterans on Thursday.
Right.
And they have a ceremony that kicks off at 10 in the morning. The public is invited. If you get here before 10 o'clock, doesn't cost anything. And you can come in, and they'll have guest speakers, and we honor our veterans and the band, some of the bands from the local schools, Macedon Military, and so on. We'll all be there. So it's a great time to come and celebrate and thank a veteran for their service to our country.
Right, and I'm sure you have. Is Kids Day used to be on Tuesdays? Is that still the same?
Yeah,
same
it's
thing?
still in
Right.
play.
Okay.
Lots of things going on for Kids Day. We'll have magic shows and face painting, balloon painting. We'll have Abracadabra shows going on. We're really pleased to have the electric company come in, and they're going to do displays about shock getting shocked and everything like that. So that's going to be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also, something we did for the first time 2 years ago, and we're bringing it back by popular demand, quite frankly, and that's an egg hatching center down in our poultry barn. People can actually see eggs hatching, come back an hour later and see the progress of that egg, and they can see the chicks as they hatch and as they become older. And it's really cool to see. Don't panic. They look like they're going to die the moment they come out of the egg. They're not very impressive looking, but a couple hours later they turn into a really cute looking chick. But that's just been an incredible educational opportunity, and we thank George's Poultry for helping us out on that as well.
Right. And there's a senior day. Let me think. I'm trying to think of the schedule. Is that Wednesday or is that Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Right.
Unfortunately, we are scaling that back.
Okay.
But we picked it right up where we needed to be. We had a few nursing homes that had decided maybe it wasn't in the best interest to come out. And so what we're doing, we want to thank Consulate Facility, Assisted Living Facility, and Farmers and Merchants Bank. Those are our corporate vendors for that. We're actually going to take ice cream and cookie treats and stuff like that to all of the nursing homes and distribute them out under those folks, gift and name. So unfortunately, we won't be having the senior breakfast that we normally have every year that's just gotten popular as can be.
Right.
But we're going to take that day and go out and visit the seniors directly at the nursing homes and distribute some treats to them.
Well, it sounds like
kind of cool.
Yeah, that is nice, Tom. I mean, I tell you, it sounds like you guys, I know you're busy guy as it is, but I'm sure the next 2 weeks it's going to be extremely busy for you. And I did want to remind people, for information, they go to www.shencofair.com. That's where they get the straight information from you guys, correct?
Correct. That's got everything on there that they need, and if not, there's a phone number on there to call. Okay. And don't forget our harness racing. That'll be on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That'll be at noon, and it's generally over by 3. And that's not the betting racing. The betting racing will happen 2 weeks later when we officially convert from Shenandoah County Fairgrounds to Shenandoah Downs Racetrack. But that definitely features some really good races, some pre-qualifiers and stuff like that for the races that are coming down the pike.
Right.
So we just want the community to come out. If everybody will come and visit us once, we'll have record attendance. So that would be awesome.
Right. Well, Tom, is there anything I've forgotten? I know I'm going to be there. We've got our booth. I know a lot of organizations come and set up booths. But anything that I'm missing that you wanted to?
No, you've really covered it. And of course, I talk a lot, so that helps get a lot of things in pretty quick. So we appreciate the opportunity.
Well, again, everyone, thank you for listening to me. This is Sheriff Tim Carter here at The Source. And Tom, I want to tell everyone I appreciate all the work that you do and giving a few minutes of your time today. And we'll get this out and get it to our listeners as well. So thanks so much.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Okay, everyone, you can find this and other content on all our social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find all of our other podcasts on my YouTube channel. That's at Sheriff Timothy Carter. And while you're there, go ahead and push that subscribe button and review all of our great content. And don't forget to smash that like button and and click the bell to show updates and notifications. Again, this is Sheriff Tim Carter at The Source. Thanks and have a great day.